Hello and welcome to Charch Chat. I am Paul Charchian from LeagueSafe.com. Thanks for joining us this week as we look ahead to Week 8 and some of the free agents that should be available this week in your league. Got one pretty obvious guy, one medium guy, and one deep sleeper for you. All are going to be available in a lot of leagues. We begin with the most obvious of the bunch. That is Derek Anderson. Obviously because of Monday night, but he got dropped in fully half of the leagues, dropped outright, and so you're going to be able to get him in a lot of leagues. So rather than just say go ahead and pick him up on a flyer, let's dig a little deeper here and really look at the schedule that he's got and see if it makes sense for you, because he's not going to be the right pickup for everybody. First of all, we know that he can be a very good quarterback. So we saw it last year and he put up very good numbers. Working against him for a lot of this year has been a bad offensive line, the drops by his receivers, and some bad play on his own part as well. We can't read too much into one game, but on Monday night, a lot of the things were starting to work better, and I really do believe that he is a good quarterback. I absolutely still believe in him. Now, he's got a very tough matchup this week, and so if you pick him up, know that you're probably not going to want to start him this week. But next week, things get a lot easier. He gets the Jaguars. Now, we think of the Jaguars as a very tough defense because traditionally they have been, but they've allowed the most passing touchdowns in the NFL so far. So, an opportunity for the Jaguars next week. Then after the week after that, they get Baltimore. That's another really tough matchup. You probably won't start him then either. Then the week after that, they get Denver, the team that ranks dead last against the Pats. So, you've got some of these really good and really bad opportunities to start him. If you need him as an every week guy, I don't think he's the right guy for your team. If you need him as a spot starter with another guy who's similar, say like the Jake Delhomme type, right? A guy where against a good matchup, you can put him in and feel good about it, then I think he fits in well. Now, looking at Derek Anderson's playoff schedule, it's mostly pretty tough. Especially the first two games are tough weeks. 14 and 15 are very tough. Week 16 gets a little bit easier. I don't think he's going to be a guy to guide you in the playoffs either. So keep that in mind as you look ahead. Next, medium tier guy, Jason Elam, kicker. He's available in a lot of leagues, in part because he's the Falcons kicker. Nobody drafted him. Nobody thought the Falcons were going to be this successful offensively, or defensively, but having a lot of attempts, which is great. He actually leads the league in field goals made. 16 of them already, just one miss so far for Elam. And, it's a bye week, and so that may give you a little extra bonus opportunity here coming up anyway. He's got bye week this week, and then a tougher game against Philadelphia, but otherwise a pretty favorable schedule for him the rest of the way. So somebody you could certainly consider here. When Elam left Denver, a lot of people thought that just because he wasn't in the thin air of Denver, he wasn't going to be very good anymore, but that's not the case. And then one other thing on Elam that I think is really important to note, in December, he plays all of his games indoors. Either at home or road games that are indoors, and that will certainly help. That's weeks 14, 15, 16, and 17, all indoors, so that will certainly help your playoff run as well with Jason Elam. Okay, now let's go to the last guy, Kenny Watson. I think this is the sneakiest guy of the bunch. Chris Perry looks like he's done. Fumbled 5 times already, leads the NFL in fumbles. He's lost 3 of those 5. Cedric Benson, his backup, is just bad. He doesn't bring anything to the table. Perry averaging 2.6 yards per carry. That's a terrible number. And I don't believe Perry's going to keep the job. I don't think Benson's really the answer. They brought in Benson because Kenny Watson had a hamstring problem. He's mostly through that problem now. And I really believe that given his history with the team, he's going to get a crack at winning the Bengals starting job. What that really means, we don't know yet. But it could be that he gets the job and, he ends up making an opportunity out of this. And I think he's a nice, sneaky play if you've got a spare roster spot to give Kenny Watson a go. All right, so there you go. 3 guys. Kenny Watson, Jason Elam, Derek Anderson. 3 different guys that are likely available in your league that you can pick up this week.
So you think you can tackle a pro? There's only one way to find out. Click on fantasy at opensports.com.